back on the Cape, and to say we came down here under the not best of circumstances would be an understatement. Yeah, we came down to the Cape last night, going about 30 miles an hour for a lot of the way. The snow is coming down like crazy, and roads are covered, and traffic was slow, but we're here. And today is going to be pretty much a crappy day, but we're going to go ahead and get out on the boat. We've got some work to do. And all my tools are safely stashed in the back seat of my mother's car. Our car is completely covered with car covering and so forth. And so anyway, let me get out there and let's see what we got. And got some work to do. And by the way, right now it's sleeting. I haven't been out here yet. It was well after dark by the time we got in last night because of the weather. So, okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Let's go see what the port looks like. Oh yeah, we got some belly down there. Got some water up in there, probably ice. I'm gonna have to get out the ladder and the scoop and try to clear that out before we can even get into the boat. So I'll get after that. I'll see you back in the cabin when we're all done. Back up in the cockpit. You know, I've been working on this boat for over 5 years now. I think this has got to be the crappiest day I've ever worked. All right, well, let me get this hatch slid back and then get down to the cabin, get some heat on, and get some work done today. Maybe. Well, definitely. We're not going to get wimp out because of a little cold and snow and sleet. Okay, we are finally in the cabin and all buttoned up. Got I've got an extension cord out here, got the heater running, got the light on, and so we should be able to get some work done. Took a little doing, kept fooling around with it, but we got everything running at this point. So anyway, one of the good things is, and let me see if we can do this right here. I was last time I couldn't get this thing running, and I don't know what I was doing wrong, but listen. Okay, it's working. The override switch for the bilge pump is functional, and that's good. I was concerned about that. Well, all that means is it's going to be one less thing I've got to hassle with. Hitching up the new set of switches here. And this morning, when I was sitting there talking to my mom, I went ahead and got the labels on these for bilge pump, galley, and V-berth lights. Actually, it says bilge pump, cabin lights, and forward cabin lights. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I know, and anybody looking at it can figure it out. So anyway, this is my next baby right here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this panel and find out what's going on, because I think I detect a leak that's coming down from above, and that's not good. If I've got a leak back in that area, yeah, that means that work that I did on the fair lead, you know, trying to get that thing completely cleared out and bedding it didn't work, and I got to find out what's going on, because I mean, we can't have water inside this electrical panel box. Okay, well, I've got the panel down, and I've already removed the original bilge switch, disconnected it. There's the wires right there, and I know exactly how those are going to hitch up to the new unit. But in the meantime, what I've got to do now is measure out my opening, and I brought my jigsaw with me to be able to cut the new opening. The battery monitor unit is going to stay exactly like it is. Not going to have to change any wiring at all. It just stays exactly like it is. And the only change, really, and it's not a change for this unit, is that I'm going to be tying my my new ground from the new switch block into this ground right here, which actually is tied over to the ground in the back of the battery monitor. So, you know, that's the only change. Other than that, everything is completely independent. Well, I'm going to be running a new line up from right here. Where is it? Right there. And that's the forward, that's the V-berth lights. and I'm going to be pulling the line off from that and bringing it up to here, and that's going to be the forward switch place on this particular panel. So anyway, that's what's going on. I'm not going to try to explain it any more than that. At this point, what I've got to do is very carefully measure out what I've got to cut with my jigsaw to produce an opening where my new switch panel, my new set of switches is gonna come on through this and tie in. So anyway, I'm gonna get after that, and we'll I don't know, may take. Well, I can't take this inside. I don't really want to take this inside. Because I don't want to really take this inside because this is all completely hitched up and the way it ought to be, the way it needs to be, and I don't want to go pulling all this out of here. Yeah, so we'll get back with you in a few minutes after we get this figured out. Okay, so I have it all marked out. First of all, I struck my center line. This is just over 6 inches wide. The whole solid. No, this is not solid mahogany. I thought this was. Okay, I guess it's laminated. Anyway, the point is, this is just over 6 inches wide, and so with that in mind, I struck a center line, and then measured off from that because the opening I need for this unit right here is 1 3/4 from front edge to back edge, or actually from top to bottom. And so I went ahead and working off my center line, I did 7/8 this side, 7/8 that side, and that comes out to 1 3/4. Okay. Then the other thing I did, I came in from this back edge 3 inches, which is what that is from that edge. The battery monitor is 3 inches in from the forward edge, and I came in 3 inches from the back edge, struck my first line, and did 3 inches of the total that we've got that we're gonna need for cutout, which is that amount right there from the edge, from front to back. So anyway, that's my cutout, and I just went to Home Depot before we ever left the valley, and got myself brand new fine wood cutting blades to go with my jigsaw, and so that's going to be my next little project. I'm not happy about cutting this, but you know what? It's got to be done. And once the opening is cut, you got this flange all the way around that's going to hide any imperfections or anything like that. And I'm pretty good with a cutout anyway. This was not easy over here. This was I kind of made a botch job of that, but we're going to be just doing a straight cut on this, and it should be a lot easier. So I'm going to get to that in just a minute. Got to get out my jigsaw, get everything plugged in, and we'll get this cut. Well, this is the kind of day it is. Snow, and then a little rain, then more snow, and anyway, meanwhile, the heater's running down in the cabin, and I got more work to do, so we're going to get back there and button up again and try to stay warm. I don't have my heater. I kind of have my heater on low right now, and it's taking the nip off, but I may turn it up a little bit and just try to get a little more comfortable in the cabin. So, well, I'll see you in a minute. Oh, feel the heat coming out of there. That's beautiful. All right, hang on. All right, get everything buttoned up. We're back at work here. I think I just did it. I cut into my toolbox. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Okay. this is where it gets more difficult because I've got to, where I am. Okay, I think we're going to go down this way. I should have just disassembled this completely. Taken this right out, then I could do this with ease. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take this out, which I had not wanted to do, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. And kind of, with that out of the way, I'll be able to just completely do this with ease. So, ironically, you can see how much I've got done there, and most of it's all cut out, but to be able to get the nice fine lines on it, to be able to insert the new unit, I've got to go ahead and just disassemble this. So I'm going to do that without being on camera, and then I'll get back to you and after we get this all cut out. Okay, with the other unit completely out of there, I was able to easily cut out my 1 3/4 by 3 inch slot, and it works perfectly. That goes right in like that, and with the screws, it's going to line up perfectly with my old unit that I'm going to put back in now after all the effort of getting it out, which is a pain. But anyway, yeah, it's just, we're good. That's that new. Let's get it up here where you can see. That new unit is going to work out just fine. It's got just enough room. Anyway, we're good to go. So I'm going to get these back on and get things wired up, and we'll let you take a look when we're done. Feel the heat. All right, we're finally back. Had to spend some time inside with the fam for a while. And yeah, we're good to go. And hang on, let me turn this around, I'll show you. I went through my dad's giant coffee can full of old screws, and lo and behold, there are 4 black screws, perfect for right there. Thank you, Dad. My dad's gone, I miss him, but you know, he hung on to stuff. There's such a huge can full of screws and nuts and bolts and stuff, and hey, thank you, Dad. Now I don't have to go up to wherever, and these are all matching, slightly oval head black screws. They're going to look perfect. Okay, so this is what we've gotten accomplished for one afternoon. You can see I've got that my voltage meter all back in operation, and boy, that's way down. I've got to plug in my my battery charger tonight. But anyway, then I've got that, and I've also got my bilge pump switch override all installed. That's all ready to go. So all I've got to do tomorrow is pull lines off from, put in a brand new set of lines going to the 2 lights that are going to the galley area here, and then pull the line off from the original switch and bring it up and tie it into the V-berth right here. So yeah, we're looking good. Got a lot accomplished for one day. I'm happy with it, and we'll get back to this tomorrow morning.